All right, so we are in Module 5 this week, and this is your Module 5 Cliff Notes. So we're going to go ahead and explore this module together. So Module 5 is all about assignments and quizzes. So let's go ahead and dive right in. So we are going to go over assignment creation, really talk about the Google Assignment LTI. So that's going to be similar to what you do with Google Classroom, where it would make a copy of a template for you for your students. We're going to have you try it and create an assignment. And then we're going to talk about quizzes, and you're actually going to take a quiz. So let's go ahead and dive right in. All right, so the biggest thing between an assignment and an activity and why you might use an assignment, especially in grades 2 through 5, is because it will show up on your students' to-do list, and it will help them stay organized to realize they have something they have to actually complete. An assignment, you can attach a rubric. So if you wanted to build an assignment for your writing that correlates with your writing rubrics, you can actually bring those rubrics right in. And it can align to outcome, which right now we're not doing in the elementary world, but it can you can give feedback to students, and then your parents will actually be able to see it as well, which is really nice. So we're going to go ahead and see how you would make your assignment. Very similar to if you joined me when we talked about modules, you kind of want to make sure you always have a similar layout. So you should have your target, you should have your expectations or a rubric, and then your clear directions. You really want to remember to have those three things every time. So you are setting your students up for success. So let's go ahead and talk about the Google Assignment LTI. So this is where you're going to be able to bring in your Google Docs to actually use them as a template, similar to how you did Google Classroom. And for this part, I'm actually going to model this for you. I feel like this was one of the things I needed to visually see in action when I was learning how to do it. So I'm going to go to my sandbox because that's where I do my building. Okay. And I don't know if you could just hear that, but they're cutting the grass here. So it's a bit. And I'm going to go to my modules. And I have been working in my Thor one. So I'm going to actually work in my Thor one, and I'm actually going to make them an assignment for a sort. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a plus. I'm going to do assignment. I'm going to create an assignment because I don't have one right now, but I'm going to do it. So we're going to call it Tuesday sorting assignment. I'm going to add that item. Okay. Now you can drag and drop. So I would drag it up to under Tuesday. And maybe this is one where I would actually increase the indent just so I visually for me can see it's underneath. And so I'm going to go ahead and click on it. And right now there is nothing on my assignment. There's nothing there because I actually have to create that assignment. So in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and hit this edit button. And you can see, different than just a page, it has all these additional options added. So we're going to get to that. So first, I'm going to have them do a sorting activity. So I'm actually going to, similar to how I did my pages, I'm going to do a table that's going to be a 2x3. And I'm going to go ahead and get my Bitmoji pictures ready. So I like to have my goal one, save image. And then I like to have my, gosh, I forget, goal. Learning goal. See if it will make make me one. So we're going to save image and then do now. Let's see if I would get a different assortment. So let's do this one. Save image. Okay, so let's go ahead and add my pictures here. Submit. And I would make this the first time and then just reuse my template for every assignment, because I would not want to make this every single time. Okay, information. All right, I want to make them the same size. And let's add. Now. Okay, so I would have my template somewhat the same. So sort your words based on what you notice about them. So this is going to be an open sort. So new information. Use your new words. Identify similarities. Then sort them. Sort your words. Then reflect on what you notice this week's words. Okay, so then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to add a template. And just a second here. All right, so I have my goal, my new information, my do now, and now we're going to go ahead and add this template. For points, you can do 1, 2, 3, or 4. You can leave it blank. It's however many points this is worth. So I usually do 4. Assignment grouping. So you could make a group and then so I could do like a group and have it be, I always like to use emojis. Let's do dictionary, see if there's one. No. Okay, and we're going to do word work for this. It kind of helps me. This is more for me to keep myself organized. And then you can either do points, which would be like your scale, like your 1, 2, 3, or 4, or you could do complete or incomplete. And I know we don't use this as a grade book, but it's still nice for your students to see their scores, their feedback, their complete or incomplete, and also for their parents to see it. It's going to give them a bit more of a glimpse into your classroom. So I'm going to do complete or incomplete for this one because it's just a sort that they're going to be doing. And then we're going to go ahead and do a submission, and we're going to do a external tool. Okay. And find an external tool. Okay. And we are going to look for the Google Assignments LTI. You're going to see your account. Go ahead and link it, and it actually popped up on my other screen. So it's going to go ahead, going to link that. Give it a second to think here. And then we are going to go ahead and look for a file, and it should be my most recent because I just made it. Okay, so this is my sorting example, so we're going to add it. Each student will get a copy. I'm not going to add a rubric. My total points, this doesn't really carry over, but I'm going to do 4. And if you want to do a due date, you can. Okay. Select. All right, so now my assignments is right here. If you want to allow multiple attempts, you can. Limited or unlimited. I leave it unlimited. And then this is really nice. So assigned to everyone is your default. As you get into Canvas, though, next year, if you're going to use yours for like groupings for like word work or book groups, and you want to like limit to who can do it, you can make sections, and I can show you how to do that. And then you're going to do a due date. And this is important because after that due date, it won't show up on their to-do list. So I'm going to have the due date for this be Friday. Okay. And I'm going to have it be available from today until Friday, 11:59 p.m. Okay. All right. And I'm going to go ahead and save and publish it. And now when my students view it, they're going to see, so as a teacher, I see this and I don't actually have any students who've submitted anything. But as a student, if I go to student view, be able to see what my students see, and then it'll actually let them log in right here and see the template for them. So that is how you add a Google assignment. All right, so go ahead and try that if you would like. For this module, though, it's going to, you actually don't have to submit one of those, I don't think. I just wanted to really show you, like, this is something you're going to use all the time. So this is one of the most important features of Canvas, is that Google integration. Let's go ahead and go back to the module that you are working on this week and see what we need to do next. So let me navigate back there. So we did the LTI. We talked about why assignments are important. 5.3 is to try and create an assignment. So that is what I just showed you. All right, so you can go ahead and go through that and actually submit a screenshot of that. And then let's keep going. So next you're going to actually look at quizzes. So quizzes is a way that you can actually, you can create a quiz within Canvas. It's a pretty powerful tool that you can use to capture your students. So you can create a bank of questions. You can add content. Let's see. These are more advanced features down below. So I don't think that we're going to explore those right now. You could do a survey, which is kind of nice. So then it's going to have you go in and actually experience a quiz and take the quiz. And actually, because I am an instructor, I cannot do that. So you are going to go through and you are actually going to take a quiz that we have created and experience the different features of a quiz. So that's your end module for end activity for this module. So if you have any questions on the content within Module 5, please reach out. Biggest takeaway would be experiencing a quiz and also the Google assignments. I think that you are going to find a lot of value in attempting to create an assignment and attach that Google template, just because that is what we are doing so much with Google Classroom, that it's really important that you know how to do that when working within Canvas. All right, so that's your Cliffnotes for this module. If you have any questions, always reach out, attend open labs, connect with me one-on-one, whatever you need to do to be successful on your Canvas journey.